Now, you may be thinking that learning English in 1 week is impossible, but with some hard work and practice, you can. This guide is your Bible to learning how to speak and understand basic phrases so that you can carry out a conversation. This guide will not make you sufficient in every area of the English language. This takes a lot of practice. But if you follow the exercises contained within this book, you will be on your way to basic fluency. This is a beginner's guide and is not meant to teach you advanced conversational techniques. English is a beautiful language. In fact, any language you decide to learn is a beautiful one. However, learning a brand new language is not always easy. Lucky for you, English is not considered to be the most difficult language. Now, if you decided to learn Chinese, that would take some time. With around 430 million people around the world speaking English, and these are only people with English as their first language, your decision to learn it is a good one. It is considered the universal language. English was brought to Britain from Germany and the Netherlands. It originated from West Germanic language and the Anglo-Frisian dialect. It has gone through various phases of evolution. There are huge differences between Old English, Middle English, and Modern English. Middle English came about after the invasion of the German and the Normans. The language you are about to learn has a lot of German, Greek, Latin, Spanish, Hindi, French, and Old Norse, just to name a few. It is a mix of languages. A huge number of words have originated from Greek and Latin. This ebook is based on the assumption that you are an intermediate learner and can read English. You are here because you have been trying to learn the language but cannot speak it well or understand English speakers properly. I shall explain the fundamental principles governing the language and point out common mistakes that you should avoid. The end of each chapter will have an action you shall perform. Learning English involves listening, speaking, reading, and writing. 4 essential components of learning English. 1. Phonetics. Phonetics is a branch related to sound. Phonology is a branch related to the systematic organization of sounds in the English language. A phoneme is the smallest unit making up a language. The English language consists of 41 phonemes. Phonemes combine to make up words and syllables. According to Wikipedia, a phoneme can be described as the smallest, contrastive linguistic unit that may bring about a change of meaning. Phonics is the method of teaching people to recognize different sounds. 2. Reading fluency. Fluency is the ability to read and speak without stopping. This means not looking at each word and trying to figure out how to read it. It should be accurate and precise. 3. Vocabulary. Development. Vocabulary is the body of words in any language. It is also the individual knowledge of words and their meanings and pronunciations. It is important to develop your vocabulary skills while learning a language. Of course, you are not expected to go through a dictionary in one day. It is a slow process. 4. Oral skills. Oral skills are your ability to speak a language fluently. This requires correct pronunciation and the use of grammar. Without developing oral skills, learning a language would be utterly useless. Chapter 1. How to speak English fluently. Fluency is the ability to speak a language with ease, without any hiccups. Do not take that literally. It is an idiom. An idiom is a group of words whose actual meaning is different from the literal meaning. Without any hiccups means speaking a language without stopping or stuttering and being unsure of how to use your words. Fluency means knowing how to use your words with ease and comfort. Fluency comes with practice. You cannot study every How to Speak English book and expect to be fluent in the language. Practice is a must. Also, if you think you read well, so you must be fluent as well, you are mistaken. Reading and speaking are very different. The thing with learning English is that you need not concentrate on grammar while speaking. Concentrate on conversing. English is a weird language with a lot of loopholes. Practice. Practicing speaking in English is a must. You cannot learn how to speak fluently otherwise. The reason for this is the slang that has infiltrated the language, and also the utter lack of regard for grammatical rules while speaking. However, if one starts using correct grammar by the book, English would sound extremely weird. Small talk. Learn how to begin a conversation. This will also grow your confidence. While standing in line, ask the person in front or behind you a simple question such as, "What time is it?" Try continuing the conversation. If you have trouble understanding the person, politely ask them to repeat what they said. Normally, people say, "I'm sorry," but you could also say, "Pardon." Confidence. Practicing English speech will require confidence. During a social gathering, start small conversations. Do not hesitate to ask the person to repeat himself or herself. If you do not understand the meaning of a particular word or phrase, ask them to clarify. Chances are they know you are in the learning process and would gladly help. Do not think you can go home and open Google Translate and type in the word or phrase they used. This does not work. Also, do not feel embarrassed when somebody corrects you. You could also go to a karaoke bar. Listen, reading and speaking is not enough. Listen to how people speak, the pronunciations, and the way words are used. Watch TV, listen to songs, etc. This way you are listening to other people speak and observing how they pronounce words. Read books, read novels. Concentrate on the formation of sentences. Novels have dialogues, conversations between people, that you can use to your advantage. Notice how people speak. They do not pay attention to grammar as much as they do to talking. Also, when you are reading, mark every unusual phrase or word and find out what it means. Incorporate new words into your vocabulary. Do not translate. Avoid translating what you hear or say from your mother tongue to English or vice versa. Translating will completely ruin the actual meaning of the phrase and will most likely be incorrect. Instead, use a dictionary. Study words and phrases. You may know 1,000 words in the language, but putting them together and making an intelligible sentence could be difficult. This is because you are not concentrating on using the words you are learning. To speak fluently, you need to learn how to put words together into phrases and sentences. Idioms. Idioms are an essential part of the English language. You will find yourself dumbstruck if you do not understand idioms. You might hear somebody say, "break a leg" to you before your English exam, and you would be baffled as to why somebody would want you to break your leg. Break a leg actually means best of luck. Fluency in English requires knowledge of idioms. Do not think of yourself as a student. To become fluent, think of yourself as a person who can speak English. You will make mistakes, but these are the building blocks. As a student, you would probably find yourself studying grammar books. This is not important. To speak English properly, you do not need to study grammar books. You would also be wasting a lot of time reading these books. Recruit a friend as a mentor. An English-speaking friend is the perfect person to be with when learning the language. Surrounding yourself with people who can speak English fluently is important. Ask friends and colleagues to correct you if you are wrong. Movies and songs. Build a library of English songs and movies. This works better than just reading or listening to others speak. Songs and movies stick to your mind. My Fair Lady is a good movie to watch since you are learning English. Think in English. Make it a point to think in English and not your mother tongue. Whenever you are talking to yourself or thinking, do it in English. This will make you more comfortable with speaking the language. Record yourself. Every night before going to bed, record your day's events in an audio journal in English. You will find that you speak much better when you do not have to worry about embarrassing yourself in front of others. When you realize that you can speak reasonably well without stumbling, your confidence will grow and you will initiate conversations. Incorporate these points into your day-to-day life. Do it right now. Steps to start improving instantly. Watch an English movie twice and concentrate on how a person speaks. On a piece of paper, note down all idioms and colloquialisms you come across. Look up their meanings. Make your own sentences and try incorporating them into your everyday life. Chapter 2. Why most people fail to learn English. Now that you understand what English in 1 week really means, it is time to talk about something very important. Why do most people fail to learn English even after studying it for years? This question is painful, but it is necessary. Many learners read books. Many learners watch videos. Many learners attend classes, but still, they cannot speak English confidently. This is not because they are weak. This is not because they are slow learners. This happens because they follow the wrong method. The first and biggest reason people fail is that they learn English like a school subject. In school, English is taught like mathematics or science. You memorize rules, you write answers, you pass exams. But language does not work like this. Language is meant to be used, not memorized. When learners focus only on grammar rules, they become afraid to speak. They think too much. They stop themselves. And slowly, they lose confidence. Grammar should help communication, not stop it. Another major reason is the fear of making mistakes. Many learners believe that making mistakes means failure. This belief is very dangerous. Mistakes are not failure. Mistakes are proof that you are learning. Think about a child learning to speak. The child makes many mistakes, but nobody laughs. Nobody says, "Stop speaking." The child keeps speaking. That is why the child becomes fluent. Adults are different. Adults feel embarrassed. Adults want to be perfect. And because of this, they stay silent. Silence is the biggest enemy of English learning. When you stay silent, your brain does not practice. When your brain does not practice, it forgets. Speaking badly is better than not speaking at all. Broken English is better than no English. Simple English is better than silent English. You must understand this clearly. English improves through use, not through thinking. Another reason people fail is vocabulary overload. Many learners believe that they need thousands of words before speaking, so they memorize word lists, they write meanings, they forget them after 1 week. This method does not work. Language is not built on single words. Language is built on phrases. Native speakers do not think word by word. They think in chunks. For example, instead of thinking of single words like go to work, they think of the phrase go to work. This is natural English. When you learn phrases, speaking becomes faster and easier. Translation is another big mistake. Many learners translate every sentence from their mother tongue into English. This creates confusion. English sentence structure is different. When you translate, your brain works twice. First in your language, then in English. This makes speaking slow and stressful. Real English speakers do not translate. They respond naturally. To speak English well, you must stop translating and start thinking in English. This will feel difficult at first, but with practice, it becomes natural. Listening is also ignored by many learners. People focus too much on reading and writing. They forget that language starts with sound. Babies listen for months before speaking. Listening trains your brain. It teaches pronunciation. It teaches rhythm. It teaches natural grammar. Without listening, your English will sound bookish and unnatural. Many learners can read English well, but cannot understand native speakers. This happens because they did not listen enough. Another common mistake is waiting to be ready. Many learners say, "I will speak when my English is good," but English becomes good only when you speak. There is no perfect time to start. If you wait for confidence, it will never come. Confidence comes from action, not before action. You must start speaking with the English you have today. Tomorrow it will improve automatically. Many people also depend too much on grammar correction. They want every sentence to be correct. They stop mid-sentence. They restart again and again. This breaks flow. In real conversations, nobody speaks perfect English. People focus on meaning. If your message is clear, grammar mistakes do not matter. Fluency is about flow, not perfection. Grammar will improve naturally with listening and practice. Another reason for failure is lack of consistency. Learners study English for 1 week. Then they stop. Then they start again after 1 month. Language learning needs daily contact. Even 20 minutes every day is better than 3 hours once a week. English needs repetition. When you repeat daily, your brain builds patterns, and patterns create fluency. Many learners also feel shy because of accent. They think their accent is wrong. This is a myth. There is no single English accent. English is spoken all over the world. Accent shows your identity. Accent does not block communication. Fear blocks communication. Focus on clarity, not accent. If people understand you, your English is working. The final reason people fail is mindset. They think English is difficult. They think they are bad at languages. They compare themselves with others. This mindset kills progress. English is not difficult. The method is difficult. When the method becomes simple, English becomes simple. You must believe that improvement is possible. Belief changes effort. Effort changes results. Now here is the good news. You do not need to repeat these mistakes. You already know them. Awareness is power. From now on, you will stop learning English like a subject. You will stop waiting for perfection. You will stop translating. You will stop fearing mistakes. You will focus on listening, speaking, and using simple phrases daily. In the next chapter, I will show you the exact 1-week English system. A simple daily structure that anyone can follow. A system that removes confusion. A system that builds confidence step by step. And a system that proves that English in 1 week is truly possible when you do the right things in the right way. Chapter 3. The 1-week English system that actually works. Now that you understand what English in 1 week really means, and why most people fail to learn English, it is time to talk about the solution. In this chapter, I will explain the simple system that makes English in 1 week possible. This system is not difficult, it is not stressful, and it is not based on memorizing grammar rules or long vocabulary lists. It is based on how the human brain naturally learns a language. Before we go into the details, you must remember one important thing. Your brain loves patterns. Your brain loves repetition. And your brain learns best when learning feels simple and meaningful. That is why this 1-week system focuses on daily habits instead of heavy study. You will do small actions every day, but you will do them consistently. This is what creates results. The first rule of this system is daily contact with English. English must become part of your daily life. Even if it is only for 20 or 30 minutes, it must be every day. When you skip days, your brain forgets patterns. When you repeat daily, your brain starts recognizing structures automatically. Consistency is more powerful than intensity. Doing a little every day is better than doing a lot once a week. The second rule is listening first. Every day you must listen to English. Not fast English, not difficult English, simple English, slow English, English that you can mostly understand. This can be a slow video. This can be a short story. This can be a simple conversation. Listening trains your ears. It teaches you how English sounds. It teaches you natural sentence flow. And it prepares your mouth to speak. While listening, do not try to understand every word. That is a common mistake. Focus on meaning, not perfection. If you understand 60%, that is enough. Your brain will fill the gaps with repetition. When you listen again, understanding increases naturally. This is how children learn, and this is how you will learn. The third rule is repetition. After listening, you must repeat. Repeat sentences aloud. Repeat phrases. Repeat with confidence. Do not whisper. Do not speak silently in your head. Speak out loud. Your mouth needs training. Your tongue needs training. Speaking is a physical skill. Repeating sentences trains pronunciation, rhythm, and confidence at the same time. The fourth rule is learning phrases, not single words. This is extremely important. Many learners waste time memorizing words, but words alone are useless. Phrases create meaning. For example, instead of learning the word help, learn the phrase, "Can you help me?" Instead of learning time, learn, "What time is it?" These phrases are ready to use. You do not need to think. You just speak. When you learn phrases, you also learn grammar naturally. You do not need to study rules. Your brain will notice patterns on its own. This is natural grammar learning. This is how fluent speakers learn without thinking about grammar. The fifth rule is speaking from day one. You do not wait until you feel ready. You speak with the English you have today, even if it is broken, even if it is simple, even if it is slow. Speaking builds confidence. Confidence builds fluency. There is no other way. You can speak to yourself. You can describe what you are doing. You can talk about your day. You can repeat sentences from videos. You do not need a partner in the beginning. The goal is to make speaking normal. When speaking becomes normal, fear disappears. The sixth rule is thinking in English. This may sound difficult, but it is very simple. When you think about simple things, think in English. When you are walking, say sentences in your head like, "I am walking," or "I am going to work." Do not translate. Use simple sentences. This trains your brain to respond in English without delay. Another important part of this system is using real-life English. Do not use book English. Do not use complex sentences. Use daily English. The English people actually speak. Simple sentences, short questions, clear responses. This is the English that helps you communicate. Each day of the one-week system has the same structure. First, listen. Second, repeat. Third, speak. Fourth, think in English. This structure is simple, but it is powerful. When you repeat this structure every day, English becomes familiar, and what is familiar becomes easy. You may feel uncomfortable at first. That is normal. New habits feel strange, but do not stop. Discomfort means growth. After a few days, you will notice something interesting. You will start understanding faster. You will start responding without thinking too much, and you will start feeling confident. This system works because it removes confusion. You always know what to do. You do not waste time thinking about what to study. You just follow the steps. Simple actions, every day. In the next chapter, I will show you how to start speaking English from day one. Even if you feel shy, even if you feel nervous, even if you think your English is bad, you will learn how to speak with confidence and how to remove fear permanently. Chapter 4. Speaking English from day one without fear. Now that you understand the one-week English system, it is time to focus on the most important skill of all: speaking. Many learners can read English. Many learners can understand some English. But when it comes to speaking, they freeze. Their mind goes blank. Their heart beats fast. And their confidence disappears. This chapter will help you break that fear and start speaking English from day one. First, you must understand one simple truth. You do not need perfect English to speak. You need courage. Speaking is not about accuracy. Speaking is about communication. If the other person understands you, your English is working. Grammar mistakes do not stop communication. Silence does. Most learners wait to feel confident before speaking. This is a mistake. Confidence does not come before speaking. Confidence comes from speaking. The more you speak, the more comfortable you become. The more comfortable you become, the more confident you feel. This is a cycle. If you wait, the cycle never starts. Start with simple sentences. Very simple sentences. Sentences you already know. For example, I am learning English. I like this video. I am from Pakistan. These sentences are powerful. They help you introduce yourself. They help you express basic ideas. And they help you build confidence. Do not try to sound smart. Try to sound clear. Simple English is strong English. Native speakers use simple English every day. They do not use difficult words in daily conversation. They want to be understood. You should want the same thing. Another important point is speaking slowly. Many learners try to speak fast. They think fast speaking means good English. This is wrong. Clear speaking is good English. Speak slowly. Take pauses. This makes your English easier to understand. It also gives your brain time to think. Now let us talk about mistakes. You will make mistakes. Everyone does. Native speakers make mistakes too. Mistakes are part of learning. When someone corrects you, do not feel embarrassed. Say thank you. Corrections help you improve. If nobody corrects you, you may repeat the same mistake forever. You should also learn how to handle situations when you do not understand. Many learners pretend to understand. This creates problems. Instead, learn simple phrases like, "Can you repeat, please?" "I did not understand." "Please speak slowly." These sentences are lifesavers. They show confidence, and they keep communication going. Speaking to yourself is one of the best ways to practice. Talk about your day. Describe what you are doing. Say sentences like, "I am cooking food." "I am watching a video." This may feel strange, but it works. Your brain does not know the difference between real conversation and self-practice. Speaking is speaking. Another powerful technique is reading aloud. Take a simple text. Read it aloud every day. Focus on pronunciation and rhythm. Do not rush. This improves fluency and confidence. When your mouth gets used to English sounds, speaking becomes easier. You should also repeat sentences from videos or audio. This is called imitation. Listen to one sentence. Pause the video. Repeat the sentence. Try to copy the tone and rhythm. Do not worry about accent. Accent is not important. Clarity is important. Fear of accent is very common. Many learners think their accent is wrong. This is not true. English has many accents. Indian English, Pakistani English, British English, American English. All are English. Your accent is part of your identity. Do not be ashamed of it. The biggest fear is speaking in front of others. Start small. Speak to one person. Speak to a friend. Speak to a shopkeeper. Simple conversations build confidence. Small success leads to big success. Another important habit is thinking in English while speaking. Do not translate in your head. Translation slows you down. Use simple thoughts, short sentences. Over time, thinking in English becomes natural. Remember, fluency is not about speaking fast. Fluency is about speaking without fear. When fear is gone, fluency begins. In the next chapter, you will learn how listening can transform your English naturally. You will understand how movies, songs, and daily listening can improve your speaking without stress. Chapter 5. How listening builds real English naturally. Now that you have started speaking English without fear, it is time to strengthen your English through listening. Listening is the most powerful and most ignored skill in language learning. Many learners focus only on speaking and grammar. But without listening, English will always feel difficult. Listening is the foundation of natural English. Think about how you learned your first language. You listened for months before you spoke. You listened to your parents. You listened to people around you. Your brain collected sounds, words, and patterns. Only after that did you start speaking. English learning works the same way. Listening trains your brain silently, and later, speaking becomes easier. When you listen to English every day, you start understanding sentence structure naturally. You do not need to study grammar rules. Your brain learns grammar through exposure. This is why children speak correct grammar without knowing rules. Listening creates intuition, and intuition creates fluency. Many learners make one big mistake. They listen to English that is too fast or too difficult. This creates frustration. Instead, you must listen to simple English, slow English, English made for learners. If you understand most of it, your brain stays relaxed. Relaxed learning is fast learning. You do not need long listening sessions. Even 15 or 20 minutes daily is enough. What matters is consistency. Daily listening builds familiarity. Familiarity removes fear. When English sounds familiar, your confidence grows. While listening, do not translate in your head. This is very important. Translation slows down understanding. Instead, focus on meaning. Let the sounds pass through your brain. Even if you do not understand everything, it is fine. Your brain is still learning. Listening also improves pronunciation. When you hear words again and again, your brain learns how they are pronounced. This makes your speaking clearer. Pronunciation is not about accent. It is about clarity. When people understand you easily, your English is effective. Movies and videos are excellent tools for listening. Choose simple movies. Choose slow videos. Start with subtitles if needed, but slowly remove subtitles. Watching without subtitles trains your listening ability. At first it feels difficult, but after some days, your understanding improves. Songs are also very powerful. Songs repeat words and phrases. Repetition helps memory. Singing along improves pronunciation and confidence. You do not need to understand every word in a song. Focus on rhythm and sound. Another powerful technique is shadowing. Shadowing means listening and speaking at the same time. You listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately. This improves fluency and rhythm. It also connects listening and speaking together. Listening helps you learn real English. Book English is different from spoken English. People use contractions. People use short forms. People use expressions. Listening exposes you to real usage. This makes your English natural. Another benefit of listening is speed. When you listen regularly, your brain processes English faster. You stop translating. You start understanding directly. This is a big step toward fluency. Many learners complain that native speakers speak too fast. This happens because they did not listen enough. When you listen daily, fast English becomes normal. Your brain adapts. Do not try to understand everything in one day. Language learning is gradual. Trust the process. Trust repetition. Trust daily listening. You can listen while doing other activities, while walking, while cooking, while traveling. This increases exposure. The more exposure you have, the faster you learn. Remember, listening is not passive. It is active training for your brain. Even when you think you are not learning, you are learning. In the next chapter, I will give you a complete 7-day action plan, a clear daily routine that you can follow. A plan that brings everything together and helps you move forward with confidence. Chapter 6. Your 7-day action plan to start speaking English. Now that you have learned the system, the importance of speaking, and the power of listening, it is time to put everything into action. Knowledge alone will not make you speak English. You need practice. You need a plan. This chapter will give you a simple 7-day action plan that anyone can follow. By the end of the week, you will be able to understand basic English, speak simple sentences, and feel more confident in conversations. Day 1. Listening and simple phrases. Start your day by listening to simple English for 15 to 20 minutes. Choose a slow video, a short conversation, or a simple story. Do not try to understand every word. Focus on the sounds and rhythm. After listening, write down 5 to 10 phrases that you hear often. For example, how are you? I am fine, thank you. Repeat these phrases aloud 5 to 10 times each. Then try using them in your daily life. Greet someone using good morning, or ask, what is your name? This day is all about familiarizing yourself with English sounds and phrases. Day 2. Speaking to yourself. On the second day, practice speaking alone. Describe your actions during the day in simple English. For example, I am cooking food. I am going to the market. I am drinking water. Do not worry about mistakes. Speaking to yourself removes fear. It also allows you to practice sentences without pressure. Record yourself while speaking. Listening to your own voice helps you notice pronunciation and improves confidence. Day 3. Repetition and shadowing. Day 3 is about repetition. Watch a short video or listen to a simple audio clip. Pause after every sentence and repeat it aloud exactly as you heard it. Try to copy the tone and rhythm. This technique is called shadowing. Shadowing connects listening and speaking. It also trains your mouth to form English sentences naturally. Repeat this for 15 to 20 minutes. After that, try using 1 or 2 sentences in a conversation with someone. Day 4, small conversations. Now it is time to speak with another person. Start small. Ask simple questions. Use phrases you already know. For example, what time is it? Or, where is the market? Speak slowly and clearly. Do not worry about grammar. Focus on being understood. If the person repeats or explains, listen carefully. This day is about real interaction. Even one small conversation is a big success. Day 5. Listening without subtitles. On day 5, choose a short video or movie clip in English. Watch it without subtitles. Your goal is not to understand every word. Your goal is to follow the meaning and recognize familiar words and phrases. Pause and repeat sentences you like. Try to imitate pronunciation and tone. This strengthens listening skills and improves comprehension. The more you listen, the faster your brain starts processing English automatically. Day 6. Thinking in English. On day 6, focus on thinking in English. While performing your daily activities, try to think in English. For example, I am making tea. I will go to the shop. I like this song. Thinking in English trains your brain to respond naturally in English without translating. Start with simple sentences and gradually increase complexity. This habit is powerful. It removes hesitation and speeds up speaking. Day 7. Combine listening, speaking, and confidence. The final day is about combining everything. Listen to a short story or video. Repeat the sentences aloud. Speak to yourself. Speak to another person. Think in English while doing activities. Focus on using phrases naturally. By the end of this day, you will notice progress. You may not speak perfectly, but you will speak without fear. You will understand basic conversations. You will feel confident. Confidence is the true beginning of fluency. Remember, the key to this one-week plan is consistency. Even if you spend only 20 to 30 minutes a day, do it daily. Avoid skipping. Daily exposure trains your brain. Daily repetition builds confidence. Daily speaking removes fear. Now that you have the plan, it is time to act. Start today. Start right now. Do not wait for motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Action creates results. Follow this plan. Repeat every day. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins. One sentence today leads to multiple sentences tomorrow. One conversation today leads to confidence in a week. You are now ready to begin your journey. English in 1 week is possible, not as perfect mastery, but as real, usable, and confident English. Speak, listen, repeat, think, and most importantly, do not fear mistakes. Every action you take brings you closer to fluency. Call to action. If this video helped you, Do not keep it to yourself. Subscribe to my channel because I post simple English lessons for real learners like you. Like this video so that more people can find it. And comment below one sentence in English that you will start using from today. Remember, English in 1 week is possible, but only if you start right now.